And yeah, I think we're live. Hi everyone, this is Jackson, and this is my wife Emily, and we're coming to you live again weekly for our live interview, a road to success interview with a fellow business owner. And we're coming to you from Vancouver, Canada, and we are also parents to four boys, and we are running this digital business for about 22 months now. And today we're happy to, Katrina is gracious enough to join us. She's all the way from Toronto, Canada. Hi, Katrina, how are you?
Hey, I'm great. Thank you guys, Jackson and Emily, for having me here. It's a pleasure. And hello to everyone watching this live and on a replay.
Okay, great. Katrina is, I think you were in the business for about, how long are you in business, by the way?
2 years exactly. I celebrated my 2 years April 4th. Yes,
so
last month.
2 months before us then. So if you can, we'll jump right in. And if you can
for sure.
tell us, the key thing will be your background and like, what was your life situation like when you decided to join? You know, what's the motivation, right?
Yeah, for sure. It was night and day. We are immigrants here in Canada. We're originally from the Philippines. We moved here 2016, and I got different careers. I got different jobs in the Philippines. I used to work at a TV station as a production staff, and also after that I switched to I studied nursing and I got registered. I practiced that for less than a year, and then I switched to becoming a life insurance advisor. So all of those all careers in the Philippines, and we had two sons back then. And it's always switching from one career to another, finding what would work best to sustain our big dreams and with our growing family. And so we moved here, for greener pasture here in Canada, where we're comfortable, we're thankful, but our income were just enough. I got jobs here. My first corporate job was at a law firm, and then my very last one at an investment firm. And pretty, stable, if we can say that. But again, it's just enough for our own family here. And I wanted to bring my parents back in the Philippines and to send more support for them. Right. But I simply cannot. So that was the situation prior to finding this business. And when I started this, I was on my maternity leave, and that was really the turning point, because here in Canada we do have like the employment insurance, right? We're grateful for that, but that's just 55% of whatever we are earning prior. And my husband was a full-time student back then, on his second career as an early childhood educator. So technically, he was on a student loan. So technically, we're fully dependent on the government. So it was like a dead end situation, feels like. But yeah, so that was a huge turning point, and that's when I found this business.
And you were actively looking for something online, or you just scrolling?
Yeah, I wasn't really looking for a business. I was just looking for something extra, because with the 55%, so there's a huge hole to fill in, right? So I just wanted something extra. I was actually looking for maybe I can teach English online, because I also did that in the past in the Philippines when I was a nursing student. But I used to teach Japanese students back then, and I was thinking, okay, maybe I can do the same. But I realized the huge time difference. It will be a big challenge, especially with the newborn, right? Exactly. And also I thought of maybe I'll do typing jobs, something I can do at home. But the requirements, I think you should have at least can type at least 35 words per minute. I can only do 10. So I was like, no. Yes, I was looking at those options, and then I just saw an ad on my news feed. I just got curious. I really don't know what's behind that ad, and then I click on it, and then I can say the rest is history.
So when you first found out this business, what was your first reaction? Were you excited? Were you skeptical?
I'm more of I'm not skeptical. But more of I'm so intrigued. I think that's the best word because when I saw an ad by a couple who's based in Calgary,
Right.
that time since our finances are really like haywire, I was reading this book by Dave Ramsey. He's from the U.S. an author about finances, things like that. His name is Dave Ramsey. So the book I was reading was entitled "The Total Money Makeover," and when I saw an ad with that couple, and they have the bookshelf on at
Wow,
the
behind
rack,
them.
and then they're like behind them, the book it's there, like the exact same
Oh,
book that I was reading. I was like, oh my goodness, they're reading the exact same book I was. Like, so I was like,
it's a
okay, this is
sign.
no accident, right? So it got me curious. And then I didn't even finish watching the whole ad. I click on them and then I snoop, like I snoop on their business page, on their personal profile, like who is this couple, right?
Right.
And they're practicing this financial management that I'm actually about to practice at that time as well. So and then I went back to their ad and then I
Mhm.
watched it in full and then yeah, I saw this they're giving testimonials about how other people are quitting their jobs, having a location independent income. And I was like, what is this really possible? Like, yeah, so lots of questions in my mind, and that really got me interested.
So you jump right in.
No, I did not.
No?
So that was January 2019, and I was
Mm.
about to give birth February. So I was really
Oh,
thinking, okay, what can I do online, and what can I do like for an extra resource, right?
yeah.
And I was thinking to myself, we've been in Canada for 3 years, but we're still broke,
Mm.
unfortunately. And I told myself, we did not move here just to be in the same place we're at back in the Philippines. And I told myself, if my dreams are there, and then I keep on doing the exact same things, and it's not bringing me to my goal, then I
Yeah.
should be doing something different, right? It sounds so logical, but it's so hard to do sometimes.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
then so I told myself, okay, maybe this is the different thing that I should be doing, so I should be doing something different, and maybe I can give this a try. Right?
Mm.
And then that was January, and I was preparing to give birth and all. I told myself, okay, I will get back to this. I'll
Mm.
just push the baby out and then I'll get back to it. And true enough, that March 15th, after my baby just turned, I think, yeah, just 1 month. It has always been at the back of my mind. It has
Mm.
never left me, and I'm always trying to watch the replay, but for some reason, the people keeps on changing. I realize, okay, it's the exact same thing, but the
It's
panelist
an equal.
just keeps on changing. Yeah, so March, I look back to it, and April, I became officially a business owner.
Oh, that's
Wow.
good.
So in the past 2 years that you're in the business, would you say that it's a smooth sailing, or is it like very difficult in the first beginning? Do you have prior experience before coming to the business?
You
No,
were mostly employed before, right? You never owned a business, right?
no, I have no business backbone in my body whatsoever. I just read Rich Dad Poor Dad, like I think in 2012. So that was, I think, the start of my entrepreneurial,
Mm.
journey. But I haven't really like gotten into it, right?
Mm.
My family doesn't have that, did not own any business whatsoever, and so when I'm so I didn't have any prior experience. And then, sorry, the question is losing
Like,
my
how was the
train of thought.
2 year journey for
Oh,
you?
was
Was
it smooth sailing? Definitely not, because especially when I was starting, my husband was not supportive.
Right.
Just the usual reaction, like what's online, and we
Yeah.
can't really trust what's
Yeah.
out there, which is very normal, and it's a smart way to look at things, right? So if you're watching this and you've been following Jackson and Emily, and you're thinking, what are they doing? They've been doing this for 2 years. Does it really work? Well, the fact that they're here 2 years now
Mm.
says something, right?
Mm.
Um, yeah, so that was really tough because my spouse, I consider him as my best friend, right? I was hoping that I could get a support, and I
Right.
just gave birth, so still my postpartum hormones are are out of whack, and having that starting something new and without any support, it was really tough.
Right.
But I pushed through, and I think he realized, especially like when everyone's asleep, when the baby and the older boys are asleep, I would dive into my training, and then maybe he realized, okay, she's serious. I respected him because I realized the more I convince him, the more he repels, right?
Right.
And so I just, okay, he's entitled to his opinion, but I really believe that this is something that will work. I can make work. So I just stayed quiet and let the results speak
Mm.
for itself.
Yeah.
That's true. That's
That's smart.
smart.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And what would you say that after I also read in seen some videos from your page mentioned that you also became a boss free late last year.
Yes.
What was that like? What's the decision? There was some transition there, right?
Yeah. How was the decision point? Right?
Yeah, it was, of course, yeah. Officially, I said goodbye to the corporate world November of last year. Well, I kind of look at it as you can say crazy, quote unquote, because
Mm.
while the world is like most people are hanging on to their dear jobs, here I am with my
Mm.
stable job, and then I'm letting go. My mother
Yeah.
actually said, "Why? What's going why your job is so prestigious, it's so it's stable." And of course, I can't explain all the details, but I think
Uh,
now she understands why. um,
yeah.
it was not an overnight decision. I was back and forth with my husband. When I hit a certain income level from the business that was May of last year, so a year from now, a year ago,
Yeah.
uh, I started thinking, okay, I hit now my first five figures, and then it has never went down since then. And
Mm.
then I went back to my corporate work after my maternity leave last year. That was March, and then November I left. And when I hit that certain income amount, and then it just keeps on, being consistent.
Right.
And I was like, okay, this is really giving me way high, way
Yeah.
higher, like at least 10 times
Yeah.
than my regular income from my day job. And I was like, okay, this is really, the longevity, the sustainability is there definitely. And
Mm.
if I'm doing this part-time and I'm generating this amount, what more if I'm going to do it full-time, right?
Mm.
And so it just made sense to me. It's just at the back of my mind. I really did not expect that I can do it much sooner than I did. So
Mm.
yes, it was a transition, and I did my pros and cons, and I consulted with my husband. She was like, just follow your heart. Like, I think we laid all our cards. So this is the amount, this is what's outgoing, this is the incoming expense. Of course, we're a growing family, and we saw that, okay, yeah, I think we're good.
Doable.
And then I said goodbye to my bosses, and they said, okay, as much as we don't want. Right? And one of my bosses asked me, like, okay, what are you doing? I just said, yeah, I started this business, and I actually needed to declare it in our company, because I used to work at an investment firm. So there is an outside business activity declaration, right? Because they want everything to be crystal clear that you're not using the company resources for your own business, right? So I did that, and they agreed. Yes, I'm clear with my conscience. I'm doing legitimate business. And one of my bosses even asked, "So how much are you making?" I didn't mind, because we're at an investment firm,
Right.
and things like that. So I told him, and he was like, "That's crazy, Katrina." I would,
So is he
I,
gonna
I would
join?
do, yeah, I would. He was like, I would do exactly the same. I would actually do it much sooner. So
Right.
when he said that, it was actually, what do you call this? Uh, yeah, he kind of confirmed that my decision is right. Right.
Right.
So it was, yeah, It was such an experience. And the moment, because I was working remotely from home, the feeling and the moment when I hit that send button with my resignation letter attached to it, it was liberating. And since then, that has been part of my mission vision, that okay, I want other parents like me to be able to do this, that for them, to empower them, that they have other options out there, right? Of course, if you have day jobs, that's okay. I used to be an employee myself. There's nothing wrong about that. But just the freedom that comes with having an option, it's liberating.
Yeah.
The last question we want to ask you, of course, is for you personally, going through the business, what would you say is the secret to your success and so far?
Yeah. Yeah, I think secret, not really secret, but I think faith is really huge. Like faith in so many aspects, like faith in yourself, faith in Him, faith in God, faith that you also deserve success and so much more, right? Because it all starts there, your faith, your mindset, and whatever skills that we learn here. Yes, that's important, but that's just 20% of the equation. That 80%, it's always 80-20. The 80% really is your mindset, how you think about yourself. If you think you can make it in this business, 100% you're gonna make it. If you think, oh no, maybe it's not for me, then 100% it's not for you. So whatever you think, it becomes your reality. So I think, yes, that's the key. And part of that is, of course, praying hard, pray like it depends on God, but work as if it depends on you.
Oh, that's a good one. Okay.
Yeah. Really happy to have you here, and then even me, and I believe that we both are inspired by you. So you're sharing from a busy mom, working mom, busy working mom, until now you're a full-time mom, having your own successful digital business is really inspiring to a lot of women, especially out there. Yeah.
Thank you. And it's also my way of giving back, to pay it forward, empower people out there, parents like us, to have an open mind and explore other options. That abundance. I've listened to a podcast or something on YouTube. It says all the abundance in the world, all the money in the world for you is just there. It's all available. All you need to do is earn it. You just need to claim it, right? So that's really empowering. It's like, okay, so my future dreams, all your dreams are already done. It's a done deal. You just need to manifest them into your now. So it's there in the future. You just need to manifest it into your now. Right.
Well said.
Thank you, Katrina.
Thank you.
So that everyone, like Katrina, like us, we all started with that 90-minute webinar, which we run twice a week live, and we happen to have one today. Today, yes. Tuesday, 5 p.m. Vancouver time or Pacific Standard Time, and it's 8 p.m. in Toronto time. So if you've been following us for a while, and you hear Katrina talk about her journey, and you're interested, just sign up and jump in. It's you never know if what's gonna happen.
You might be next to Katrina. You never know.
Like you guys, right? Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Katrina.
It's a pleasure to be here, and have a great day, everyone.
Thank you, everyone, for watching. Thank you. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
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 Bye.